Welcome to our Thursday chat. Actually, you may have just opened this to find out from my website what Thursday's chat might be like. We're in the middle of deciding, my team and I, what the best name would be. And please weigh in. Do you think it should be Musings with Roslyn, or Thursday Conversations, or Thursday's Date, or Chat with Me on Thursday? If you have a better name, please write in. I'd love to know what that might be. So I just wanted to say a few words to welcome you to the website. And if you're new to knowing me, being with me, hearing from me, I would like to give you just a little idea of what are some of the things that will come up on Thursdays, maybe something different, but probably it'll be in alignment with this list. So some of the questions, and some of them will be questions that I'll be bringing up on Thursdays. They're things that people in our community contemplate. And I wanted to start with feelings because it's common for people on a spiritual path to be confused by personal feelings. Like, what do you do with them? If I'm trying to be in the oneness, if I'm trying to not feel like a separate person, which my feelings might be creating that experience of being separate, what do I do with the feelings? Do I deny them? Do I try to put a positive spin on them? Gosh, there are myriad things people do with them. And I want to describe to you, probably in my first Thursday video, what I consider the most helpful division of feelings, and show you, hopefully, if I can communicate it well, exactly how owning our feelings in this particular paradigm can lead us straight away into another experience. And I'm calling a spiritual knowing that kind of emotional freedom when psychological suffering disappears. And it can disappear in a moment. It's almost like having a very bad headache and being focused on looping thoughts. Oh, where is it now? How bad is it? Is it an 8? Is it a 10? If it's a migraine, can I go to work? Blah, 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 blah. You know, the focus when people often do with pain, psychological or physical. And then there's a new moment. The pain is gone. When did it disappear? And there's this feeling of freedom because now you have a new moment. You don't have to be preoccupied with pain or with a headache. And I'm suggesting that all of life can be that way. And so I'm not going to say any more. You'll have to tune in to the first video, but I hope you sign up for Thursdays for a date with me. And here are some of the topics. I've written a list here. And let's see. I've written here, it has been proven that there's a strong correlation between the experience of freedom and allowing what has already happened in order for a new possibility. But how can we do that when injustice or wrongdoing has happened? Of course, that's in our own perceptions. If our feeling is one of non-acceptance, how is a new moment possible? Here's another topic. Many of us would like to contribute, but find visibility in life a little scary. I think this is applicable to people who are retired and want to have a mission or are inspired by a certain topic. And sometimes they're held back by this visibility issue. I find it's also very prominent in coaches, entrepreneurs, therapists, ministers even, when there's been a little success in the world and they have to, or they're invited to up level in the sense of being more visible or going to another platform. Fear of visibility can strike. Here's another topic. What is the difference between pursuing enlightenment or having the experience of awakening awareness? And what the heck do those words mean anyway? I want to talk about a kind of spirituality that's practical. I'm calling it practical spirituality. So you can be of any persuasion, follow any path, and still use some of the ideas that have helped me, especially since my daughter unexpectedly passed at age 39. I had a lot of psychological training. I was a therapist for more than 30 years. I was also retired happily and very, very busy. Young people think, I think that, and I don't know if this is true because I'm not young, but I gather that young people, some young people think retired people are sitting around thinking, well, what would I like to do today? Most of the retired people I know, and there are tons that I know because I'm in communities with retired people. Some of my best friends are retired, and they are busy people. Not all of them, but most of them have very full schedules because they're very much participating in life. When we seem to be progressing, and that's in quotes, spiritually and emotionally, what does it mean when we get stuck in the same old looping thoughts and feelings? Is the looping a deeper level, like the problem that's connected to layers of an onion? So people think of it as, oh, now you're just in a deeper layer of the onion with that problem. Or is it just a residual from your past conditioning? So I'm a big fan of looking at what our conditioning has been. Some of it's societal, and so some of it's the same if we've lived in similar communities. But some of it's very specific to our families. That has been almost a hypnotic process of teaching us, this is what life is like. This is how you will need to respond. What does it mean when spiritual masters talk of finding the self? Are there two of us? If there is a true I, often called the self in capital letters, who is this body, mind, personality that I've called I? Here's another topic. What role does the physical body, worldly achievement, or wealth play in the experience of contentment? What is success to you? Another topic might be, what's the cause of psychological suffering? And is it possible to change our experience of life without changing the outer world? Perhaps the most frequent question I'm asked is, how do I live in the world but not believe I am of the world? And we are in the world, but probably not in the way our small minds and personalities think of it. We are sensory beings. We do have a body. We see other bodies. So that is not an illusion. But when the masters and some teachers talk about it being an illusion, what is the illusory part? That's something that's really relevant if we want to participate in any of these discussions of freedom. These are just a few of the topics, and I am so excited about really sharing with you what's current on a Thursday. So I hope that you'll join me, and I'd love to be on a date with you. Please sign up so we can be together on Thursday or whatever day you're free to open the email. Bye.